Scene Mom says, welcome to the new podcast from former Phoenix radio host Danny Cutler. Each week bringing you independent music, industry news, the occasional interview, and other fun segments. Let's get to it. Scene Mom says hello and welcome to episode number 65. I'm Danny, your host and Scene Mom. And as always, I'm really glad you joined me. I hope everyone has been doing well this week. Feels like summer has really kicked in. Seems to be pretty hot everywhere. Here, we did have a bit of a reprieve for the July 4th weekend, and I was able to try out our new fire pit space, which was just lovely. I always feel like I'm out camping in the woods every day, and I am here for it. Only I still have to work. Good things are happening, though. I have a bowling event that I'm helping promote and add some live music to. And the best part is I'm working with my sister on it since it's for her robotics team. I'm also heading out to Sturbridge again this weekend for the second round of the singer-songwriter showcase that the sweet Amanda Melly puts on every year. Is it wrong that I'm equally excited to eat and drink at Deep Roots Distillery again, as I am about hearing the musicians? Haha. Food and live music, two of my favorite things. All right, well, on the show this week, of course, we've got your music news, and I have plenty to say about this AI band that has been taking over Spotify and everybody's space right now. And also, there's one small good thing to talk about that came out of the big-ass budget bill that just passed as well. And I've got your music history, your weekly marketing tip, and a good news story too. So let's get back to it with some music. Another very, very cool thing that is coming up next week is I'm heading to Boston for a show. Arizona band Bear Ghost is coming through on the third leg of their first tour, and they are performing at Brighton Music Hall, which I hear very good things about. So I'm excited to see a new venue. And I'm really excited to see my friends in Bear Ghost. I'm really hoping I'll be able to get some hugs in too, because it has been quite some time since I've seen him. So this is Bear Ghost with Sirens, and you're listening to what Scene Mom says.
Time I pissed away in hiding, and I count on finding solace in their song. But in pacing through these halls, digging nails into the walls, I've grown tired of their prying eyes espying. They say the life you got is what you make it, but I starved myself in comfort for too long. I've been eager with the drive, a crusade to feel alive. So let's bounce before they wake up and they find me. Grab your bootstraps, boys, buckle up, and we out on the loose. Step, winning, grin, my finger guns are ready to shoot. I wanna dance all night, I got a hankering to shake off some blues. You know that my will is you. At first I find the atmosphere delicious as I join them in their jaunty jamboree. Then a crack and I can hear the neurotic itching fear of the amplifying dissonance behind me. They say you wanna dance like no one's watching. They're a telepathic chorus in my mind, with their laser-guided eyes firing mirrors as sharp as knives. A pariah gone awry, I just confine me. Strap my boots down, girls, buckle up, and I'm back in the news. You can't escape it. Yeah, I feel your cold grip, chilling grin, bringing tons of nothing to lose.
This is the Scene Mom Says podcast with your host Danny Cutler. It's now time for some music news.
All right, so we all know about the budget bill that was passed and signed on July the 4th. It has plenty of bad in it, but there is one small bright spot if you are an independent artist. The long-awaited HITS Act, which is short for Help Independent Tracks Succeed, has officially been signed into law as part of the budget reconciliation package, following its introduction nearly 5 years ago. The legislation allows independent artists, labels, producers, and songwriters to fully deduct up to $150,000 of recording-related expenses in the year they occur, instead of amortizing them over multiple years. This puts music creators on equal footing with their peers in film, television, and theater who've long benefited from similar tax structures. The push came from a powerful coalition led by the American Association of Independent Music and the Recording Academy, which mobilized over 700 indie labels to lobby Congress. A2IM CEO Director Dr. Richard James Burgess celebrated the move as a historic victory, while Recording Academy Chief Harvey Mason Jr. highlighted how it supports creators nationwide in this changing industry. The legislation also enjoyed bipartisan sponsorship with Representatives Ron Estes and Linda Sanchez and Senators Marsha Blackburn and Catherine Cortez Masto championing the bill through both chambers. Now, by correcting this long-standing tax disparity, the HITS Act ensures independent music creators, especially those that operate at smaller scales, can reinvest in their art more effectively and continue to sustain their careers. Honestly, this is a good thing, but it's also why I dislike these huge budget bills. So many small things are thrown in as leverage, and although this is good, lobbying in this fashion is a terrible idea because, as I said, the bill overall is really not good for the majority of Americans. But that's another type of podcast and commentary that I'm not diving into. In other news, as promised, I need to fill you in on my thoughts with this new, quote, mysterious folk rock sensation, The Velvet Sundown. They recently burst onto the Spotify scene and hit over 1 million monthly listeners in just weeks, alongside 2 very quickly released albums and a third apparently on the way. Initially, the band's polished 60s style imagery and backstory with named members and vintage vibes sparked some suspicion, especially when their Spotify bio was quietly updated to honestly admit, quote, The Velvet Sundown is a synthetic music project guided by human creative direction, original creations generated with the assistance of artificial intelligence. So you add to this a fake spokesperson stunt, which involved a guy named, quote, Andrew Freelon, which fooled major outlets like Rolling Stone and the Washington Post before being revealed as a prank. Now the debate is gone crazy. Is this breakthrough AI-driven art a clever critique of authenticity, or is it a manipulative cash grab fueled by algorithms and algorithmic playlisting? So critics warn these synthetic acts may threaten real artists, especially on platforms like Deezer, which already flags AI creative tracks, and Spotify, whose algorithms currently show no clear distinction. As AI music technology accelerates, The Velvet Sundown marks a turning point in how we define what's creative, what is authorship, and the future of the music business as a whole. And in my own opinion, it's terrible. I haven't listened to them. I haven't even looked them up. I refuse to give them any algorithmic traction. I don't have a problem with some AI, but not as a complete replacement for real music, real humans. We have to remind everybody the importance of art and music and the effect on our brains in creating and consuming. I also wonder who's getting paid. I mean, if they have over 1 million streams, that's a lot of money right there in Spotify terms. So who's making money off of this band, this fake band? All right, and finally, guess what, friends? Fyre Fest is back in the news again. You know I can't miss sharing a story about this train wreck. Billy McFarland, the infamous founder of that disastrous Fyre Festival in 2017, has now put the entire brand, the Fyre Fest brand, up for auction on eBay, starting at just 1 cent. So this move comes after a rumored 7-figure sale of the brand and IP fell through. McFarland revealed via Instagram on July 7th. Now, bidding has already surged into five-figure territory, with the current high bid reaching about $50,000. The winning bidder would receive not only name and trademarks, but also the social media accounts, domains, marketing assets, documentary footage, mailing lists, even purported artist and talent relationships. McFarlane positions the brand as a powerful, quote, attention engine, suggesting the new owner could leverage it for festivals and merch collaborations, media platforms, pop-ups, all that. It's a bold pivot from his previous attempts to revive Fyre Fest physically. I mean, the ill-fated Fyre Festival 2 collapsed in Mexico earlier this year, and it caps off a period of branding highs and very logistical lows. So the latest twist raises some questions. Is McFarlane distancing himself from the Fyre fiasco once and for all, or is he still trying to monetize its infamy by selling it to the highest bidder? With the brand's notoriety still resonating across documentaries and memes and headlines, whoever steps in inherits I don't know what they're inheriting. It's just a cluster for sure. Whether it translates to real world success or just another epic hype gone wrong saga, we'll find out. I really think it's cursed. The brand is cursed, and anyone who buys it is cursed. It's just not going to work. Nobody can look at and see Fyre Fest and think anything seriously about it. But that's just my opinion. So that's your music news this week. If you have feedback or questions or any other thoughts or music news to share, you can email me, scenemomsays@gmail.com. From Boston, and also from my friends at Rock Garden Records, that was Hotel Saturn and their latest single, As Long as It Lasts. Scene Mom says it is time for some music history. On July 6th in 1957, John Lennon and Paul McCartney met for the first time at a church fair in Liverpool. Lennon was performing with his band, the Quarrymen, and McCartney impressed him by tuning a guitar and playing a few songs. This chance meeting laid the foundation for the Beatles, which, as we know, is arguably the most influential band in history. On July 7th in 1980, Led Zeppelin played their final concert with drummer John Bonham in West Berlin. Just a few months later, Bonham died, leading to the band's breakup. The show marked an end of an era for hard rock and heavy metal pioneers. On July 9th in 1995, Grateful Dead frontman Jerry Garcia played his final show with the band at Chicago Soldier Field. Garcia passed away a month later, bringing an end to decades of Deadhead culture and live improvisational rock history. On July 10th in 1985, Madonna wrapped up her first ever concert tour, the Virgin Tour, in New York. The tour cemented her status as a pop icon and a trailblazer in performance fashion and female empowerment in the music industry. On July 12th in 1962, the Rolling Stones performed their first ever concert at London's Marquee Club. What started as a blues cover band quickly evolved into one of the most iconic and enduring rock groups of all time. And that is some music history for you this week. That was Maine artist John Chesbro and his latest single, Choices. Remember that all the links to the music and news you hear on the show will be in the show notes. C-Mom says it is time for your marketing tip of the week. Let's talk about short videos. Should you do more of them? A recent poll says that 4 in 10 watch short videos when they're online daily. Now think about how you scroll social media. Here's a fun fact about me. I despise creating video. I really do. This doesn't mean I don't know the importance of using video and Meta's algorithm forcing us to use it more in order to hopefully be seen. If you scroll through my Instagram posts, yes, I have dabbled in video. I've scheduled the time and I've created several in a row that I can post over time, but I've always fizzled out because even a 15 to 20 second video can take 10 to 15 minutes to edit and prep to be posted. And you know what? Even with my lack of video posts, my content does just fine. That being said, again, as I say many times, depending on your business, you could absolutely benefit from using more short video. It is a blend of knowing your audience and where they are scrolling and understanding your business and what people would be looking for. It's your business. Decide the best way that you want to promote. Just remember that you'll be fine if you don't want to do everything that the social sites say you should. And as always, if you want to chat more about marketing and promoting your music or your brand, you can schedule a consultation with me at DannyCutler.com. You can also subscribe to the newsletter, and there is also the private Facebook group as well. All the links will be in the show notes.
Last night, like the thunder shakes me last night, stronger than the earth, the quaking last night. Dark clouds, they don't follow me, good things come to stay. White light here to shelter me, regrets they all fade. Last night, mountains turn to dust and crumble when you're next to me. Time stops, no more living out a tired memory. Dark clouds, they don't follow me, good things come to stay. White light here to shelter me, regrets they all fade. Last night, and the sun don't burn so bright, and the tears don't sting my eyes, and all the emptiness is filled tonight. Sweet asylum by your side. Last night, last night,
Don't burn so bright.
last night,
Tears don't sting my eyes.
last night,
Don't burn so bright.
last night,
Tears don't sting my eyes.
last night,
Don't burn so bright.
last night,
Tears don't sting my eyes.
last night,
Don't burn so bright.
last night,
From Southern California via Rumbar Records, that was Foxy with Last Night. Love Rumbar Records, a very wide and diverse label and based in Boston. C-Mom says, now it is time for some good news this week. Hot on the heels of their farewell tour, iconic new wave pioneers Devo are releasing a documentary. Directed by Chris Smith and featuring rare archival footage and interviews, the film traces the band's origins in Akron, Ohio, including their reaction to the 1970 Kent State shootings and their breakout hit Whip It. It debuted at Sundance in 2024. The title is simply Devo, and the feature lands on Netflix August 19th, giving viewers a deep dive into the band's de-evolution philosophy and cultural impact. To build this momentum, Devo is also rolling out Devolutionary Times, a YouTube series launching with newly remastered clips beginning with The Truth About De-Evolution, followed by releases like I Can't Get No Satisfaction, and eventually their MTV-era classics, stretching into November. And there's even more. The band is soon embarking on their Cosmic De-Evolution tour, co-headlining with the B-52s across North America starting in September, which offers a final celebratory chapter to their half-century legacy. It really is more than nostalgia. It's a lesson in using multimedia. Netflix for narrative context, YouTube for their striking visual history, and a live tour to close the circle. Devo's farewell isn't just this last hurrah. It is a celebration of how they shape music, video, and modern pop culture. And I, for one, cannot wait to see this. Not sure if I'll go to the tour, but I'm excited for this. From Phoenix, that was People Who Could Fly and their single Dizzy Edge. The city of Tempe has been doing some pretty amazing things with local artists there. They have a showcase festival type thing that is filled with local artists, and they have playlists set up featuring bands as well. People Who Could Fly is one of the artists featured on their latest playlist. No matter if you live in Arizona, Massachusetts, or anywhere in the world, this playlist is worth checking out if you like discovering new artists and music. And that is it for episode 65. Links to all of the music and news you heard this week will be in the show notes. If you have any feedback, you can always get in touch on social media. It's scenemomsays on Facebook and dcutleraz everywhere else. Or you can email scenemomsays@gmail.com. If you like what you hear, please share. I am also an independent artist. Thanks as always for listening, and you will hear me again soon. You've been listening to the Scene Mom Says podcast. Intro, outro music is Look Good for the Radio by Fairy Bones. Learn more about Danny and the show at dannycutler.com.